Excuse me, JT, that was something.
7, 6, 5. DeRozan 4, 3. Good.
William Jackson. No one near him. Taking it the distance for the touchdown.
Out route. And Jackson just reads it and jumps Jordy Nelson's 10-yard out and just, wow.
It really sucks to be a Toronto sports fan right now. Well, the Leafs are out. The Raptors suck. Our closer just got arrested. I don't know anything with the Argonauts. Is anything happening there? Matt? Anything with the Argonauts?
No, nothing right now.
Wow, it's
just
great.
Just wait. Something will come.
That's great. Yeah, well, Roberto Ozuna got arrested, so that was good to hear and see and everything. I went to the game yesterday, and the Jays got no-hitted, so that was good to see. It was lots of fun. I wish I didn't live in... it's Caps here. It's Caps here. It's Caps here.
Go Washington. Ovi's finally gonna do it.
I don't think he's actually... I think they get swept by Tampa.
Well, there's no chance. The stars are aligning. Backstrom isn't actually invisible. Burakovsky's coming back here soon. They got Verana, who looks amazing. Barry Trotz is not being stubborn, so that's also good.
I just don't think they're going to do it. Tampa's too good. They're too fast. They're too good. Tampa, Nashville, Tampa, Vegas final. I'm going for it.
Wow.
Knights here. Golden Knights here. VGK. What's your thoughts, Matt? Are we going to have a VGK year?
Sorry, you just cut out there.
No,
We're having a Vegas Golden Knights year is what he said.
No. You're talking about a bunch of misfits.
They're in the conference finals.
Doesn't matter.
They've made
Doesn't matter.
They've made a couple teams look pretty bad.
I don't even know how to explain it. The thing is, I don't not like Vegas. I think they're great, but I just don't understand why they're good, and it bothers me so much because they have like no good players. They've got like 4 guys that are okay.
Their advanced stats are pretty good. That's all I'll say.
I think they're one of the most sound teams together in the NHL. Like they just work well.
Little tweet I read the other day. Brent Seabrook is getting paid $9 million this year. The entire Vegas defense is worth $8.157 million.
I wish the Leafs should have a defense like Vegas. That's what we need.
That's the defense?
Well, yeah. Somebody that can play defense, I think.
How about those rumors that started up today for Leafs fans?
The Dougie Hamilton?
The Dougie Hamilton for Mitch Marner.
No, for William Nylander.
Well, I seen a Mitch Marner tweet, so that's
I
what
would
I'm
do
going
it for
with.
William Nylander, but not in a chance in the world for Mitch Marner. Mitch and Austin are untouchable.
Thoughts, Matt?
If I'm the Leafs, I'll do it.
Dougie Hamilton for Willie Nee?
Yeah, straight up, absolutely.
For Willie Nee, yes. For Mitch Marner, no.
William Nylander let me down so much in the playoffs. Like I still am upset about it.
Yeah, I agree. But no, Mitch Marner's no chance. No chance.
Yeah, I think that's a bit much as well. But, yeah, Dougie Hamilton would solve a lot of your defensive woes.
It's true.
No more Roman Polak.
Wouldn't that be nice? I hate him more than I hated Mike Koska.
But before that happens, you guys kind of need a GM. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Dale Hunter? Or Mark Hunter, sorry.
Mark, it's going to be Dudas, I think.
It's going to be Wonder Boy.
It's going to be one of the two, and the other one's going to leave.
That's probably right.
Which is sad.
See, when you promise two guys the same job,
So dumb.
doesn't really wind up as
Well,
Yeah.
the thing about Mark Hunter is he wants to be the GM, but he loves being at the rink and he loves scouting. You can't do both. So, I don't know what. Maybe pay him like a GM, but then make him just the AGM so that he can still scout and stuff.
so you want him to be president and name Dudas the
Not president, because Shanahan's the president, but...
well, right.
So, just make him assistant GM. Let's just roll with 2 assistant GMs this year. They have to agree on things.
Well, then nothing would ever get done.
That's true.
Mark Hunter is old school.
Yeah, that's why I don't want him to be our GM. Ugh. Truculence, tenacity, and all that. Okay, let's have a little chat about the Roberto Ozuna stuff. I actually there's a question about it. My brother put in a question, and it was, what does Roberto Ozuna's arrest mean for the Blue Jays bullpen? Who closes? First of all, not a good situation, obviously, and we're not lawyers, nor are we a jury, so we're just going to talk on the baseball side of things. Obviously, it's not good either way because it's accusations of something pretty major. But we're going to talk baseball about it. We're going to avoid making someone guilty or innocent. They're just in the gray area. Baseball side of things, it's not good at all. Not good at all. I don't know who closes. Tepera, I guess, probably Ryan Tepera will be the closer for the foreseeable future.
Doesn't Axford have closer experience?
Axford, Seong Hwan Oh also has
think-
closing experience.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Axford. In my opinion, but
Axford looked okay pitching last night. Yeah, I'm still gonna go Tepera. I think he is the best out of the pen right now. John Axford's been really good, but he's older. I don't know if we can reliable in that aspect, but I'm going Ryan Tepera. Either way, it's not good. It's also something I read too is if he misses 16 days, which I assume Ozuna's going to miss 16 days, we gain another year of service time as opposed to him being a free agent. So, not that that's a good thing, but it's very... this is bad for him on a lot of levels. Like, a lot of levels.
the Jays have to survive the next few weeks.
Who knows?
Yeah, the next
Because,
few
comparables, like, Jose Reyes, when this happened and his charges got dropped, he missed 51 games. He got suspended 51 games. When pitchers have in the past, like Chapman had this happen too, so did Juris Familia, and they missed 15 games each.
A lot of closers.
Closers have trouble with
Yeah.
keeping their hands to themselves, apparently. But yeah, if he misses 15 games, then that's bad. What other news in sports? Also, my
Vegas-
running back for the Saints is suspended 4 games, so it's been a rough week for
You.
me in general.
What's your reactions from the draft that happened 2 weeks ago?
The NFL draft? Well, I was wrong on a lot of counts in my mock draft. If you haven't read it, don't read it now because it's useless.
Yep.
I didn't have Baker Mayfield going 1 at all, but I kind of like it.
I was going off when they picked Mayfield first. I was freaking out.
I like it.
You didn't like that pick, Matt? Why?
No, I freak out because I love it.
You
Oh,
love the
good.
pick. Why do you like the
I
pick?
love the pick. I just love Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he's gonna be what Johnny Manziel couldn't do.
Me too.
Is
I
he
think
the
fits the system much
is he
better
the
than
week
Manziel
1
did.
starter in Cleveland?
No.
Tyrod
No.
Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's the starter.
Okay. My Cards picked up great quarterback, Josh Rosen.
Good pick. Weird guy.
He is really weird.
guy.
That embrace of Roger Goodell kind of made me uncomfortable just watching it.
Yeah. The whole
But
thing.
whatever, he can throw football, which is something that we haven't had since Kurt Warner.
True. I think he could kind of be
Hopefully.
A little like Aaron Rodgers,
Yay.
but not necessarily as good. Who knows? But he has the same kind of cocky mentality-ish sort of thing going on. Also,
Jared,
Ben,
why did you say you haven't had anybody throw the ball for you that long? You didn't have Carson Palmer for a while?
Yeah, but
he wasn't that good.
Well, he was good for 1 year, and every other year he's injured by the time the playoffs start. So it doesn't really matter how good he is.
True. Also, my vote. Let's just do this really quick. For idiot of the week, idioso of the week.
jeez.
Sorry. My vote is
it Brad
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh yeah.
It's too easy to pick Roberto Ozuna, and I'm not going to go there because who knows.
I thought you were saying Brad Marchand for his licking.
No.
Again.
Can't do it again. That's just he's permanent idiot of the week. No. This one is going to be Ben Roethlisberger. In the third round, the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted Mason Rudolph,
Who Tucker had going 50?
who I had going 15th, which is wow. You know his response to that?
I am not.
If
going
he
to
has
mentor
any
him.
any questions, I'm going to point to the playbook. I will not mentor a kid. What?
Why
Why?
are you so selfish?
You've been teasing retirement. Obviously, they're going to draft a quarterback.
He's been teasing retirement for the past 5 years.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for wanting to draft a guy that you can teach and be good when you're old and awful. I hate quarterbacks.
Speaking of guys who got themselves into trouble off of their sports, talk about Ben Roethlisberger.
True. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Idiot. Just an idiot.
Do we have a segment of Kobe Bryant coming up soon, or what?
Yeah, we could. Man, athletes need to keep their hands to themselves. Stop.
Were we done with hockey? Because I did have hockey questions.
No, we're going back.
Go
to
ahead.
it.
Maybe, do you want to do your Idios of the Week nomination, though?
I don't have one.
I had one, but I forgot it.
All right.
I had one
just
last
mine.
week, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
I think it was
P.S. Sorry about last week. A lot of changes was going on.
I think it was the NHL for suspending Tom Wilson on a very clean hit.
That wasn't
in my
clean
opinion.
at all.
I did not think he targeted the head.
I think he targeted the head.
Darren, did you just say that was a clean hit?
It was shoulder to shoulder.
No.
Oh my.
He broke his jaw.
Slow the video down. He literally raises his toe off of the ice,
Yep.
turns his body, and lowers his shoulder into the guy's chest,
No, I think
aiming for his head.
that's a pretty clean hit, I think. It looked shoulder to shoulder to me, full speed. If you're taking that hit out of the game, then I'm a little disappointed the NHL that that's happening.
Well, Darren,
If you don't follow
with
Brandon
that to get
Prust, you should. He's had some very good tweets about
He did, but
this.
so did Daniel Carcillo.
Well, yeah, Brandon Prust actually responded to Daniel Carcillo and told him, give him a physics lesson, so that was kind of weird, but
Yeah.
anyways.
Okay, so I guess I just have the Idios of the Week, so Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. Eat a burger. Next, so go back to your hockey. You had a hockey.
I got Nick
question, right?
question as well.
Yeah, Matt. What was your? Oh, you're breaking up there, bud. What was your hockey segment question?
Got two.
Okay.
Who wins Game 7? What's the score of the game? What player scores the first goal?
Okay. Nashville wins 5-4 in overtime. Both goalies are bad at the same time usually. Who scores the first goal? Victor Arvidsson.
He's got a great slap shot.
He does. He's due for one.
I want Winnipeg to win, but going back in and Smashville and that barn, I don't think it's possible. Nashville wins 3-2, and Victor Arvidsson also scores the first goal.
All right.
I say Nashville wins 4-2, and my boy Philip Forsberg scores first.
Phil Forsberg.
He's so dirty, man.
Hasn't scored much,
Yes,
but when he
yeah,
does, they've
they've
been
been
pretty
nice.
beautiful.
And then I got one more, and it was I can find it here. Would you rather have a franchise defenseman or franchise forward to build your team
Is this forward a center or a winger?
I don't think it matters.
I'm still going defenseman.
Really? If it's a center, I'm taking center. If it's a winger, I'm going defenseman.
I guess that does kind of matter. Are you asking if I take Rasmus Dahlin or Austin Matthews? I'm going Austin Matthews.
If I'm taking Sidney Crosby or Erik Karlsson, I'm taking Sidney Crosby.
I guess. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And if it's who's a franchise winger,
Taylor Hall.
Tarasenko,
I would put Tarasenko as franchise.
Taylor Hall.
Brad
Brad Marchand. Ugh.
Yeah, if it's a winger,
Alex Ovechkin.
Ovechkin. I wouldn't really call him franchise either. He's just a good goal scorer.
Okay, yeah, I guess wingers, yeah.
Not very many franchise wingers.
Patrick Laine?
I'm taking center over defenseman any day.
Yeah, center over the fence.
And I'm taking defenseman over winger.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with all that, except I would love to build a team around like a guy like Erik Karlsson.
Yep.
It hasn't really worked well in Ottawa.
Your dream is a nightmare for Sens fans. So,
that's true, yeah. Hasn't worked out in Ottawa.
I've got one from Nick, and it says, do you believe Ovi can win a cup?
Do I believe?
Are you a believer in the Ovechkin winning a Stanley Cup? And my answer is a definite yes, because he is a great player, and great players win cups. People forget that Stevie Y also had the exact same reputation as Ovi does as, quote-unquote, a choker, even though Stevie Y didn't win his first cup until he was 32. Guess what age Ovechkin is?
32.
32. Would you look at that? Also, similar play happened when Gretzky lost it. Who lost the puck last game and when Kuznetsov scored? Sidney Crosby.
Okay, hot take. Boiling hot take. Alex Ovechkin will never win a Stanley Cup.
I was just about to say my hot take is that Ovechkin will never win a Stanley Cup.
He will never win.
No, it's their
will
year this year.
Never.
I'm
they
convinced.
will lose this conference finals, and they will not be good next year.
I'm convinced this is
And
their
they
year.
will not be good the following year, and he'll be 34, 35. Then they will trade him, and he will not win with that team. And then he will retire with a lot of goals, a lot of heart, lot of rockets, a lot of rocket Richards as well. And he will never win a cup, ever.
No, it's their year. 100% convinced. They beat Pittsburgh. They're winning.
Pittsburgh has had the off season of nothing for the past 3 years. They were running on fumes, and I don't care what you say. That happens.
But everybody says that the Caps are mentally weak. They just got over their biggest hurdle ever. The Pittsburgh Penguins.
You know what now the biggest hurdle is? The Tampa Bay Lightning.
I don't believe they've lost to Tampa Bay at least 7 times the last 10 years.
Then they're going to lose to Vegas.
No, I think Washington's got this.
I don't see it. Maybe, and if win the
Underrated
cup-
underrated defense in Washington.
they win the cup, I'll eat dog crap.
And Nick Campbell said if Alex Ovechkin wins, he's going to buy an Ovechkin jersey and has to wear it every single day until they're no longer Cup champions.
I will eat dog crap if they win the Stanley Cup. Mark it. They're not winning. He will never win a cup. Also, so I guess next month is the NHL draft.
I think it's 2 months actually.
June 22nd.
Cool, closer than I thought.
So a month and a half, I guess. So Darren's gonna run you down his top 16 mock draft. I'm gonna do mine closer to the draft.
Not really.
It'll change.
Well,
It's not.
I guess-
It's a mock draft.
Yeah, I got a mock draft going.
Yeah.
Lots of changes to be made. This is an early rendition.
Give her, buddy.
So the first pick belongs to the Sabres. They're obviously going to pick Rasmus Dahlin, clear-cut best player in the draft. Generational defenseman, as Craig Button of TSN says, he is the best since Potvin, and I believe that. I also got player comparisons for them all. And people say he's like Erik Karlsson, but Rasmus Dahlin is actually a pretty fierce defender as well. people don't really know that since all they see is his highlight reel goals. So my player comparison is a much better Roman Josi, which, I mean, Roman Josi is a top 10 defenseman in the league, so
All right.
that's how he plays. Just a good skater, good shot, good defenseman. Yeah. Number 2, the Hurricanes lucked into this spot here, and they're probably absolutely thrilled to get Andrei Shvetnikov, brother of the Detroit Shvetnikov. I can't remember his first name.
Sergey.
Sergey? Nah, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
don't think it's Sergey. He's a clear-cut number 2. I would put money on those two going 1-2. Offense is forte. He's the best forward in the draft, hands down. He reminds me of Vlad Tarasenko, just the way he never stops skating, and he's got a wicked shot. The most intriguing pick in the draft to me is the Canadiens, because they're going to pick one of 3 people. I have them picking Philip Zadina, who is the best player remaining in the draft at 3. Great hands, complete player, good shot, and he's very, very crafty. They're either going to pick him, they're going to pick for need, which will be Oliver Wahlstrom, who is the best center in the draft. Earlier in the offseason, Mark Bergevin said they were going to get tougher, and if he's true to his word, they're going to pick Brady Tkachuk from Boston U. That being said, I have them picking Philip Zina. He's the second best winger in the draft, and yeah, he reminds me of Nick Ehlers. To the Sens, I have Evan Bouchard going. He's a high riser. Wasn't in the first round at the beginning of the year. Probably going to end up going top 5 at the least. Good skater. Absolutely racked up the points in London this year. And I think that the Sens pick a defenseman over a forward. Just because besides Carlson and Shabbat, they don't really have a lot of pickings back there.
No.
And he reminds me of John Carlson. The Coyotes gonna luck into Oliver Wahlstrom again. They picked who did they pick last year? Clayton Keller last year. Skilled player,
No,
pretty
that was
much.
you.
No, it was last year. No, it was 2 years
2
ago.
years ago. I can't
Yeah,
remember what they picked.
never mind. Clayton Keller basically is a good comparison to Oliver Wahlstrom. Gifted offensive player, great hands. Had a moment in the World Under-18s where he could have tied the game for the U.S. with 3 seconds left, and he fanned on the puck and missed the wide open net. That's the only knock I've ever watched when I watched him play. The Red Wings are going to take Adam Boqvist, the sweet Swede. Second best defenseman in the draft, in my opinion. I think Bouchard's tear is going to play some of that, but I have Boqvist as the second best defenseman on my list. He reminds me of an Erik Karlsson type, but just not as good. Good skater. The Canucks get Brady Tkachuk, which will make a lot of Calgary fans very mad, and a lot of Vancouver fans also very mad because they don't like his brother. Won't be surprised if he goes higher, but he's a complete player. He's got offense, defense, grit. His player comparison is obviously his brother Matt Tkachuk, who he is pretty much the exact same, except I don't believe he's as good. Brady. Blackhawks are going to take Quinn Hughes, a small college guy, power play quarterback, very, very offensive, but he's going to need a couple of years in college. Not very big. He reminds me a bit of Torrey Krug. The Rangers are going to take Noah Dobson, who is a complete defenseman. Probably needs a couple of years where he's NHL ready as well. He's got the skill set of Drew Doughty, but just not as good. I think the Rangers take Joe Veleno from the QMHL. He's a two-way forward. Had an exceptional player status in the Q, but never really lived up to it. He reminds me of Ryan Hopkins. I think the Oilers are taking Ty Smith. They get their power play quarterback that they've so desperately needed. He reminds me of Shane Gostisbehere. The Islanders have 2 picks, 11 and 12. So their first pick, I believe they're taking Joel Farabee. Another good American winger. A lot of Americans in this draft, by the way. Watch out for America and the Finns because they're coming. Joel Farabee. He's a two-way winger. Number 2 on my list of who I want the Avs to draft. He reminds me of Mikael Granlund. The second pick for the Islanders is going to be Bodie Wild. He's kind of all over the place two-way. Reminds me of a less physical Dustin Byfuglien. He can sometimes jump up and be a forward, even though he's not really a forward. For the Stars, I have them taking Barrett Hayton. Watching him in Sault Ste. Marie tonight, he's been pretty good. He's actually a lot slicker than I thought he was, watching him a couple times. Questions about whether he can score at a higher level. So he's really a boom or bust pick, in my opinion. Buyer beware. Scouts say he's got the work ethic of Patrice Bergeron, though, and also the defensive ability. So, yeah, probably the biggest boom or bust pick in this draft. The Flyers, I have taking Rasmus Kupari, who is a Finnish center. Very good on the face-offs. He's a complete player as well. A lot of complete players in this draft. A lot of two-way guys. Not so much the explosive players you find later in rounds, like previously Vlad Tarasenko and people like that. What was I at? 15. Panthers at 15, I believe, are going to take Jet Wu, who kind of a mystery Jet Wu is. He was injured a lot this year. So some people have him down in the 30 to 40 mark, and other people have him as a top 10 pick. I think he's going to go 15 to the Panthers. Another defenseman. He's an explosive defenseman. He's got great skating skills. I would compare him to a Mikhail Sergachev type player, but I don't think he'll reach that offensive ceiling in the NHL, to be honest with you. And finally, the Avalanche are picking Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Finnish player. I've watched a lot of film on him. He's one of my favorite players in the draft. Skating needs some work, as most Finnish players do for some reason. They don't skate very well for some odd reason. They're usually pretty lanky and awkward looking. But yeah, that's pretty much the only knock on Jesperi Kotkaniemi, who's also got one of the best names in the draft, in my opinion. Defensive first center, but he's got some hands and mitts, and he's really good at stripping pucks. He reminds me of Ryan O'Reilly, which is ironic because Ryan O'Reilly played for the Avs. Anyways, that's my 16. I'll probably make a lot of changes before now in the draft, but yeah, I'll put out a full mock draft on the blog page at some point.
Yeah, we'll have some more blogs up in the next coming days, I think. I'm going to work on one tonight. Hopefully have it up tomorrow or so. Yeah, we'll keep a little more active on the social medias now that we're settled in into a schedule and things. Do you guys have anything else for this week or what?
The CFL draft was this week.
That too, yeah.
Just passed.
Any surprises, Matt? I don't know anybody in the CFL draft.
Well,
other than I seen a ridiculous trade.
Yeah,
Did they trade the first? They traded.
Yeah,
they traded
just
what? Their
getting
first,
to
their
that.
second, their next year's first to move up one spot in the draft.
I was just getting to that. The Hamilton Tiger Cats moved up to get the first overall pick.
One spot.
And they traded offensive lineman Ryan Bauman, Jamal Robinson, a receiver, the second overall pick. So they moved up one spot. They also traded the 34th overall in the 4th round. They're picking the 7th. And the rights to an undisclosed negotiation list player, which was later released that it was not, in fact, Johnny Manziel, which a lot of people thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hamilton did get the first overall pick as well as a 4th and a 6th round pick, and then a 2nd round pick next year.
It's quite a trade.
And with that pick, the Hamilton Tiger Cats took Mark Chapman. No, not the guy who killed John Lennon. He played in Central Michigan last year.
Is he the receiver or is he the O-lineman?
No, he's a receiver.
They really wanted this guy, I guess.
They gave up a lot to go after him. He had a pretty good combine. The first day he didn't do so well. I watched the combine. He was I think he was ranked in the 8 or 9 slot. And near the end of the combine, he moved up to number 3, which is where he was projected to go. But with Jeremiah Massaoli taking over, with Zach Laros going to Saskatchewan this year, they wanted to get another guy that could be a threat deep. And Chapman definitely has that. He was 4th in the vertical, 1st in the broad jump, 3rd in the shuttle, and 1st in the cone drill. So he's got a lot of agility. He can move pretty quick, and that's going to help, especially in the CFL when you can waggle in and bust off big moves. And he did get 805 yards last year, which was a huge improvement. He had about 300 more receiving yards than any other season when he was at Central Michigan. So basically the whole draft was filled with offensive linemen. Every team took O-linemen. Which is what you see a lot in CFL drafts compared to the NFL. Because a lot of guys that will fill in those receiver and running back slots, TVs, all that kind of stuff, they'll sign as undrafted free agents from colleges in the States.
I'd love to see the waggle in the NFL. That's just a random thought.
The what?
The waggle.
Could you imagine Antonio Brown waggling in on somebody?
Yeah, that would. Yeah, it would just be vertical routes all the time.
Huh.
Quarterbacks would have no chance.
No, it sucks being a corner in the CFL.
But yeah, anyway, that's just about it. The Alouettes picked Trey Rutherford, an offensive lineman, 6'5", 289 pounds.
What position
So
is
a
this guy?
very
O-line.
big man.
Say 389 pounds?
200.
289.
And he's an O-lineman?
Yes.
That's pretty small.
Well, he is
For the
6'5".
CFL, it's not.
289?
Yeah.
That's really...
One of the best O-linemen in CFL history, Angus Reid, was only 5'10".
But 289 seems... I think he was 300 or more. 350?
Not in the CFL.
Really?
NFL, yeah.
All
NFL, they're 6'9", 320.
The more you know.
Your BC Lions, Darren, took Peter Gobert from Rice. And other than that...
Rice is like a CFL factory.
The entire first round is all offensive linemen, and there is one defensive lineman.
Huh.
Yeah. My Saskatchewan Roughriders took Dakota Shepley from UBC.
I like the homegrown. You gotta like the homegrown picks.
Love it.
Cool. All right. Well, that about does it here for episode 11. Yeah. Keep a look on the blogs. They'll be posted. Yeah. If you have any more questions, fire at us. We will be answering. We'll be a little more social media savvy this week. We'll get on there and interact with our walkie-talkies. And yeah. All right. So, have a good week, guys, and you'll hear from us next week.
See ya.